So I think a vision eventually has to be there in order for it to scale and leave a legacy, which basically means it survives after you. But most people aren't thinking there and they don't get there, which is why what happens is everyone starts a business. That's what in Arizona, we're LLC friendly and we're entrepreneur friendly. That
Mm-hmm.
means, I mean, you can look around like 9 out of 10 people in any street probably has an LLC and a
Yeah.
business,
Yeah.
right? But that's very different than like what happens when you die. And most of them, that's the business. It goes away. Because what I'm noticing online, and this is kind of where I'm trying to help people, is that it's really you're not building another job. What you need to do is a business, and the first thing is understanding financials, and second thing is understanding business. And neither one of those, I mean, you got to kind of like be further along before people start actually trying to seek that information. And so the biggest mistake I see with people with that area is that they're looking at the income that they need to make, which is a income statement perspective. A business, that's a starting point. A
Mm-hmm.
business is basically more of like, what's the valuation? And
Yeah.
that's a balance sheet issue. And I think that's a gigantic part of it. And I think that comes with like, what are you trying to do with the end in mind? And most people don't have an end in mind. Like a business is really more like, when do you sell it and how do you sell it and what are the three options and what year is that? And no one thinks that way, which is why I think people spend a ton of money and ton of direction, and they're chasing something that they're really just making better for them for like another job, which is why it ends
Yeah.
in that perspective.
Mm-hmm.
So I think
It,
it's important. I just think if you're going to scale and you're going to have a purpose like we have as Christians, an end in mind, right? So then you're walking towards it. But most people don't have an end in mind. Their business,
yeah.
it's not even a business. It's really just another job
Mm-hmm.
under the
No,
label entrepreneur.
no, for sure. No, that's a great, very descriptive thought about what entrepreneurship looks like for sure, and the perspective of separating, being a business owner and an entrepreneur, and how someone should, look at that particular endeavor. I just wanted to get your perspective